I know as well that you're not just, you're a historian, you're an author, and you're also a singer and a musician. And what I find so inspiring is that, like, you're a multi-passionate person. How have you managed to, successfully have those outlets for yourself?
I love that. Multi-passionate person. I'm going to take that and make it into a t-shirt. Trademark Sahar.
I wish it was my word. I don't think it's mine. But yes, go for it.
When I was 16, I came runner-up in a national singing competition called J Factor. It was a gospel singing competition, but it had a massive reach. And I almost got signed, actually. I was scouted. It was all very exciting. And my dad and I, we went to this independent record label. And my dad happened to be in England at the time, but both my parents lived in Nigeria. And my dad basically just said, no, that this is not really the place for a 16-year-old, because my parents didn't live in England. And so it would have been me sort of operating in this quite grown-up environment without parental supervision, more or less. And I think he was actually spot on and really wise to make that call, because when you see and hear all this stuff about Me Too and how sort of young girls were exploited in certain industries and all of that, I'm glad that, like, I wasn't exposed to that, actually. And also, I think the music industry is a place where if you don't know yourself, people will always be projecting things onto you, like, oh, wear this or do this or say this. And I mean, I joke about it, but like, you're not going to see me dancing on a stage in my underwear because somebody has told me that that's what sells. Okay, if you ever see me dancing around in pant and bra, it is because I want to wear the pant and bra. It's not because somebody is telling me, oh, you need to look this way, or you need to, but definitely at 16, you're more impressionable and this, that, and the other. So like, he was 100% right. But then at the same time, though, I also thought like maybe the opportunity had passed a little bit, because at 19, I signed my book deal, and then I sort of seemed to just take this other track in life, and then I'm a writer, and then I'm going on book tour in all these places. And what I found very interesting is that, like, at first anyway, people are they're very skeptical when somebody who's known in one field says they want to do something else. So like, if you're a singer and you say, you want to be a fashion person, they're very cynical. They're like, what's this one? You like, they feel like it's a fad, or you're not doing it for sort of genuine reasons. People are just really skeptical. And I remember there would always be like, just a little bit of pushback. So like people would say things like, I remember one time I sang at one of my readings, and the first question from an audience member was, why are you singing? Why this? Like, basically almost sort of asking me, like, are you serious? I'm telling you, people are so rude, And again, I always felt like I was trying to shoehorn my singing into literary spaces that didn't want it. We want you to be a writer. We've invited you here as a writer. So talk about your books and please vacate the stage. See, what's so interesting about what people think about what you're doing is that it's actually a barrier that is only in your mind. Here are some real barriers to me. So this is me now telling here are some real barriers to me trying to pursue a music career. Okay, maybe A, I can't sing. B, I can't write songs. My songs are rubbish. C, I don't have the money to pay a producer to make the songs. D, I don't have... These are real barriers. Fake barriers are somebody thinks that you're a writer, so you shouldn't be a singer. So... Whoa. And so what? Who is this person? Where do they know you from? Are they funding your music career? Are they like what is it? Who are these people that are inside your mind telling you that they don't think that writers should be singing? That is their business. that is their business, and that is an extension of the limitations that they have put on themselves, that you can only be one thing. I said, no. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So if I want to be an astronaut tomorrow, then I'm going to space. I am going to space. But it was definitely something that I had to push through in my own self as well, and sort of realize this is not a real barrier. So like, the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King, and they couldn't go here, the laws, those are real barriers, Chibundu. And when you face them, of course, you can still do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So you will overcome them, and if you face those very real barriers. But don't tell me you're not going to do something because somebody asked you a funny comment at your reading or said, why are you doing so? What's my business with them? I'm never going to see that person again. Who knows where that man is today? So he cannot stop me from going where I need to go to in life.
Come on. I feel like shouting and just throwing everything in the room. That is so good. So good. And I think like I can resonate and relate to that so much, because I too am a multi-passionate person. And like, I've had those barriers and they're real, but like, I love how you put it. It's like, that barrier is actually completely fake. It's fake. It's not real. It's the self-image you have of yourself or what other people say that is external to you that you're now taking in. But I just love that. Like, in what you've said right there, I feel is so loaded. Like, I'm hoping whoever's listening or watching right now is that they're completely liberated from any fake barriers. You could be anything you want to be. If you want to be an astronaut, you fly a rocket tomorrow. Like, I love that. I love that so much. Thank you for saying that.
There's a poem we studied in, I don't even remember who the author is, someone like Tennyson or Wordsworth. And there's this phrase, mind-forged manacles. And sometimes we have shackles that is our mind. It's not that it's because it manifests in a real way. It stops us from doing things, but they are here. They are mind-forged manacles. Yeah.